Let us begin with the Adventure Girl series Route 66 Road Trip. The Lexile of this book is 600 Lexile. Let us begin reading the book. Lily woke up super excited that the day was finally here. She called her grandma on the phone. I'm so excited that it's finally here, Tilly said. I'm too, her grandma said. I'll pack the car and come over to get you. I'm so excited for this adventure. Tilly and her grandma were going to drive the famous Route 66 road from Chicago to Los Angeles. It was something that her grandma had always wanted to do. Tilly, always excited for an adventure, convinced that convinced her that they should do it. They carefully mapped out their route. They planned to do the drive in 2 weeks so that they could stop and see all the cool things all the way, along the way. Lily's grandma picked her up with a car full of luggage and healthy snacks. They set off from Chicago, Illinois. So, Grandma, how come you have always wanted to drive on this road? Tilly asked. Well, lots of her grandma said lots of spiders, chances, reasons, ladders, most probably lots of reasons. Yes, we are right. It's a very old road, for one. Did you know that it has been around since 1920s? It was actually one of the first roads that let people cross the country. You will see when you get out there that it has some really dash stuff. Tiny, neat, lean, soft. Some tiny stuff, neat stuff, lean stuff. Let us see neat whether we are right. Yes, we are right. Tilly's grandma was right. Route 66 was filled with fascinating historical sites. In Illinois, they passed gas stations that hadn't been changed in 50 years. They had old gas lanes, mists, pumps, most probably gas pumps. Let us give it a try whether we are right. Yes, we are right. And even cars from the 1950s sitting outside. They also saw the world's largest ketchup super bottle moment choice. Most probably ketchup bottle. The largest bottle? Yes. It towered over the entire town. Each night, Tilly and her grandmother stayed in one of the many motels that line the road on Route 66. Many of these motels, too, looked just like they were back in the old days. Tilly's grandmother liked to talk to the motel owners. Sometimes the owners were people who wanted to preserve a historical site. Other times they were relatives of the original owners. They wanted to keep the family business alive. Tilly's grandmother told her all kinds of interesting stories as they drove. In Oklahoma, she talked about the Great Depression. She said people who didn't have jobs traveled west on Route 66 hoping to find work in California. When they got to New Mexico, Tilly and her grandma stopped to see the San Miguel Chapel. This is the oldest church in the United States, Tilly's grandmother said, while her grandmother or grandma drove, dived, saved, dined. Drove, she was driving. Yes, we are right. Tilly wrote in her journal. It was a special journal she bought just for the trip. With such a long adventure, she wanted to make sure she remembered everything. She described the cool buildings they passed. She wrote down the facts that she learned from her grandma. She carefully described her dash memories so that she wouldn't forget a thing. Dash memories, personal, favorite, dreadful, bear like. Bear like is no, dreadful no. Favorite memories, personal memories. Memories. Maybe both. Let us try favorite. Yes, we are right. Let us proceed. Tilly's favorite part of the entire trip was getting to see the Grand Canyon. It was an amazing and beautiful sight. Seeing the Grand Canyon also made Tilly a little bit sad. It meant that Tilly's trip with her grandma would soon come to an end. The next day they arrived in Los Angeles. They had traveled over 2000 2000 miles, swords, hooks, miles. It's a unit of distance, miles. Tilly was amazed at all the history and dash she had seen, and lemons, sides, badgers, calves. Sides? Yes. She felt that she knew America better than ever. I just wished it didn't have to end, she told her grandma. Well, her grandma said, we have to get back to Illinois somehow, right? Come to the end of this book. Thank you for reading along. Kindly like, subscribe, Lexile Library, and share it with family and friends. Thank you for being along, being a part of Lexile Library. Thank you.